So took a break, ate, spent some time with family, watched a little bit of TV, messed around on the interwebs. Time to pick this thing back up again. Just getting the game all set up. Getting ready, baby. Getting ready. Oh, and by the way, uh, now I have some wine right now, so I'll be piloting while under the influence. Ooh, it's pretty good. I'm impressed. This homemade wine is pretty delicious. All right.
Incoming transmission.
Uh-oh. Shortcuts aren't working. Key bindings aren't working. Uh-oh. No. Damn it. Nope, not working. All right, well, that's what happens when you try to be cutesy. Try to be cutesy. I'm playing me some Star Wars Galaxy, Tony. Mm. Me, Control that. Ah, damn it. So the key binding works when I'm not in the game. When I'm in the game, the key bindings don't work at all. That's just awesome. Find the troopers for what? What is these? Find the troopers. Find the troopers for what? I don't understand. Oh, the quarantine. Oh, quarantine zone. That's what it was for. You know what? I should be able to go back to Tatooine and wrap up these last two quests. Let's do that. Let's get those quests completed. All right, he's gonna play some Anthem. That was my friend Tony. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, he wants to join our party. Okay. Let me get a party started. Okay. Start a party. Invite to party. No, you're not online. this open. Make party invite on. No, no, no. It should be fine. Just join the party when you're fully online. Alright, there we go. Invite sent. He's online now. Shit, I don't remember where I needed to go. Guild chat. What's going on in guild chat here? Cancel. I think I can be a Mos Espa. No, it was Mos Eisley. It was one near Mos Eisley, right? Shit. We're gonna find out. Mm. All right. Where's this waypoint at? Mos Espa. Don't know what that waypoint's for. Ah, there we go. Go to the pirate. Over there. All these people just hanging out. Hanging out with the cocks out.
In trouble for saying bad things when you're
When
playing
I'm
your
streaming?
game like that?
No.
Yeah.
No, I have my stream marked as, what is it, as mature. So I can say whatever the fuck I want. Motherfuck fuck.
As long as it's not racist.
That's right. As long as it's not
And
racist.
white people.
That's right. Them brownies.
And I watched. Ken and I were watching Waiting a little bit ago. The unrated version.
That's a classic.
It's on Prime.
It's a classic movie.
It's so much fun. It does. I want to say it doesn't hold up as far as the things that are said.
Yeah.
Can't be said anymore.
Yeah. Oh man.
And it's kind of funny because it's like, you know how they went back on Kevin Hart and give him so much crap because of things he said?
Yeah.
Well, like, Ryan Reynolds is in this, and he said a bunch of awful things.
Yeah.
You know, granted he's playing a character, but
Sure.
not that I want them to screw up Ryan Reynolds for me.
Yeah. Well,
I'm having the hardest time finding shoes.
you know,
Tennis shoes.
I was just gonna say, people
I
say
have-
stupid shit, you know. I've said a lot of stupid shit in my life, and, you know, shouldn't necessarily be used against me, or held against me. So, I think it's all stupid. Anyway, so you were saying your shoes? Tony, are you there? Tony? Tony? Hello, Tony. Tony. Oh, damn it. His internet went down. No good. Oh, don't tell me somebody else is in here. Steve's gonna kill him. I can't afford to have him killed again. I don't want to wait another fucking hour. He's fixing his internet. Get you, pirate. You're mine.
Alright. Back to my
You're
shoe story.
back.
Where'd I lose you? Nikes?
Something it's difficult finding sneakers or something
Anyway,
like
so
that.
I can't find shoes. So, like, normally I wear 13 double wides and Skechers, and my Nikes I usually wear 14.
Uh-huh.
So I special ordered some Nikes, and get my game. Anyway, so I special ordered these Nikes. Really cool. Get them. They don't fit. Even it's the same size I've worn forever. And so send them back. Then I go to Amazon and do the wardrobe, and I get 3 pairs of shoes. Try them all on. None of them fit. And then I go to the Skechers store. None of those fit. I ended up getting another pair that was 14 double wides.
Uh-huh.
They don't fit.
Really?
In a Sketcher. Again, shoes I wear all the time. So now I've special ordered another pair to try on, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I have no
Really?
problems with the shoes I'm currently wearing. Yeah, I don't know
That's
what's
lame.
going on. Yeah. So, another fun thing.
Are you like
Be on my
retaining
Xbox
an
with it.
unusual amount of water or something?
No, I think
that'll
I
make
wonder
your
if
feet
because of
swell.
all the weight. I wonder if it, no, actually they're fine. I just wonder if letting the weight I put on kind of changed my feet.
Huh.
You hear women talk about how when they get pregnant,
Yeah.
feet change a little bit and they have to wear different. Yeah.
Sure.
I wonder if
Yeah,
it's
I've heard that.
similar.
Huh.
So, I've noticed lately on my Xbox, my controller batteries have been acting funny. This one I just pulled it off the charger and it's showing it's only half full. So, I may have to get new batteries for my controllers.
Huh.
They are only 5 years old, or however old the Xbox One is. Anyways. So what's new with you?
Since yesterday? Nothing.
Yesterday?
Was it yesterday or was it Thursday?
Thursday.
Oh, it was Thursday.
Thursday. We've had 2 whole days to
Yeah.
get new shit.
Nothing.
Oh, Joey messaged me last night. I was
Did he?
playing on my PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was playing on my PlayStation with my uncle, and all of a sudden I got an Xbox thing. I was playing on my PlayStation. I get a thing from Xbox Live from Joey saying, "Hey, you should join my party." And I was like, "One, I'm not on my Xbox, so why do you think I'm online?" And Chris was in the on the computer, but he was playing Apex Legends.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Anywho, It, I don't know what that was going on, but I messaged him. I was like, dude, I'm not on. I'm playing PlayStation right now.
He probably made the
Okay.
assumption that you were near an Xbox or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Weird. Maybe because it's on my phone, it shows that I'm online, kind of.
No, because it didn't show you as online when I first started the party. It didn't show you as
Okay.
online at all.
I don't know.
So I had to like wait
Also,
till you popped up.
I don't think that he watches your streaming, right?
No.
Okay, well then, he's a fucking idiot most of the time, so we know that's probably part of it.
Yeah, he's
At
not.
least he used to be an idiot.
Yeah. He's yeah, I haven't really talked to him in a while.
Yeah, I haven't talked to
Since
him
we played
since
Xbox
that last
360.
time we played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since he pissed
He was
us off
being-
last time.
Was it the 360?
Yeah, dude, it was 360.
God. He was,
Was
such
it?
a
Was it?
dumbass.
Wait,
He
now
wasn't.
I'm doubting it.
It could have been. I don't
I
even
think
know.
we were playing Halo or something. Weren't we playing Halo or
It's either
something like
Halo
that?
or
it was-
Gears. It was
Oh,
either Halo
or
or Gears.
Gears. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could have been that. Whatever.
I don't want to buy it. I want to watch it. To see what this is. Armor pack.
The problem is like he lacks self-awareness,
Yeah. Yeah.
like complete self-awareness. He completely lacks it. And so he just doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
He just doesn't like. I don't know. You give him feedback on stuff. It's like it doesn't make any sense to him. It's just like his brain doesn't compute. And it's not like that time was the first time where we've had to say something to him. You know? I mean, even when he talks, like he mumbles.
He's always done that.
Yeah, he's super difficult to understand. But like it just goes to show like the complete lack of self-awareness. If he was a little bit more self-aware, he'd realize that he's a mumbler, and that's something that he needs to work on. But he doesn't.
He's
Doesn't-
got a dick in his
doesn't
mouth.
like that. Yeah. Basically.
Which javelin should I play with? Do I want to have lightning powers? Or do I want to be a big tank thing? Do I want to be agile? Choices. All of them are fun in their own right. I think I'll be the storm one for now. I haven't played him. Well,
So one of our company's owners, he brews wine, I guess. And so I went into the office I walk in Friday, and there's all these bottles of wine on he's got a round table in his office. And I didn't say anything. I assumed that the wine was for customers because sometimes we'll drop by and drop off a bottle of wine or whatever. And he gave me 2 bottles. Right. He ended up giving me 2 bottles of wine. And I'm drinking the first right now, which is a California Zinfandel Shiraz. And it's pretty damn good. It is pretty damn good. I'm impressed.
What kind of wine is it again?
Say it again. California Zinfandel Shiraz.
Oh, you're so gay. Zinfandel's for ladies.
It's red wine, bitch.
Yeah, it's a Zinfandel.
It's nice.
For women.
It's good. It's not fruity. It's not like a white Zinfandel, which tends to be on the fruity side. This is it's nice. Smells good.
Oh, what? Oh,
I mean, for all I know, like he's like prepping the grapes in a bathtub.
We're gonna have parts. Make me a more powerful bolt.
Getting fecal matter in the wine.
The wine? Sweet. Nothing like the
fecal
the
matter.
Hepe.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
That is where it's at. That's where it's at, boy.
I want to change his color. That's cool. They updated it so now you can see what that's going to be.
Isn't that special?
Good. Totally keep it.
Nice.
Got my hair did.
Did you cut your hair, did?
Did. It's very easy. She takes a one guard and puts it on a pair of clippers.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Except I do it myself.
Thinning part in the front was. The only thing is I can't get a straight line in the back, and Becky didn't have her hand shake too much because she's old and decrepit.
Yeah.
She says, "Fuck you."
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
I'm just like, and honestly, I really like getting the hair, I guess my head.
You like the
washed since
experience,
not
huh?
much hair.
Yeah, you like the whole
Yeah,
experience.
oh, it's so good.
I'm rubbing your head and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like Robert Kraft.
I could care less. just buzz it off. Just take it all off. I don't really care.
And that's the way it was. It's like it was getting so thin up top in the front. I was like, this is good. I'm just gonna shape it down.
Yeah.
Still got my beard.
Well, good.
Just taper it.
That's a
taper it into the
defining
beard.
feature. That's a trademark feature of Tony Bolin.
It hides my ass chin.
That's right. I mean, I find your ass chin sexy for obvious reasons.
What this right here is a prime example. It was so stupid. Yesterday, I'm playing with Gordon. We're playing Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah.
And every time it goes into the load screens where you go into the battle, you couldn't talk in the party.
Through Xbox?
I don't know if that's well, this was on PlayStation. I don't know if that's a PlayStation thing or a Call of Duty thing. But it was stupid as hell because I'm in a load screen right now and I'm still talking to you, no problem. Like, why would that need to cut out? Bullshit.
I mean, I can see that if the game is providing the voice services.
Like you're on a PC or something?
Yeah, I can see it, yes. I can see how that would, would happen, but
it was...
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. Because on Xbox...
Or if it was 2005?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, on an Xbox, it's, you're on Xbox Live. That's a separate service, independent of the game. So...
True.
It makes sense.
Well, you know what? Maybe the chat was through the game and not through the... I don't know. It was still stupid.
Yeah, I can see... I mean, I can see PlayStation doing something like that, where some games just...
Lightning bolt up your butt.
Yeah. God damn it, I can't finish this quest because the NPCs aren't here. Motherfucker. Just go do a space mission. Level up my space piloting skills.
Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Go, Holmes. Run away, run away.
Alright, I'm gonna go to Bestine Starports. And while that loads, I'm gonna get myself another glass of wine. Whee!
I almost died.
No!
And there I go.
Inspection bots should be allowed access to all starship holds upon demand.
Sucked. Died very.
Back to Dantooine. Imperial Outpost. No, not Dantooine. I want to go to Yavin. God damn it. I keep
Yeah,
doing
go to
it.
Yavin.
Yavin 4. Labor Outpost.
Tatooine.
I love
Backworld, fucking
Tatooine.
desert planet.
I love Tatooine.
Backworld.
Love
Desert
it.
planet full of Jawas.
That's right. It's got Jawas and Sand People.
What are you guys?
And Jabba the Hutt. It is kind of cool when you reach Jabba's palace. I had a little bit of a nerd boner when I got to it, and then I got another chubby when I got to the room where Jabba was hanging out at. Okay, Stupa.
Sweet. Scorpion Bastardo.
New mission received.
Do an escort mission. Do need a booster.
Oh, my controller battery's low. They were just charged, plugged in. I have to go get a real friggin' batteries.
What? The nerve.
No, right?
Fake. I gotta sell a bunch of my shit. Alright, where's the junk dealer?
What the story of Anthem is.
I really have
Randomly
no idea
killing
what it is.
animals that are just minding their own fucking
That's
business.
the story of Anthem.
I mean, you fly around, and a lot of the things that you kill are just animals and creatures that
Yeah,
just minding their own business. Some of them I refuse to kill.
it's hilarious. You mean you have a set of morals that you live by?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Dude,
it's so
because
weird.
that's how I roll, yo.
So weird. Morals. Morals, yo. Fuck, there's no goddamn junk dealer here.
How dare you shoot me in the buttocks? Ooh. Full one.
Shit. Motherfucker. Damn it, I did this wrong.
You're welcome, assholes. Screw you, wyverns.
I
Fight
will eventually.
fire?
I will
I throw
eventually get
fire.
that game.
I've already beat it, but it's one of those that they're
Yeah.
supposed to constantly add shit to it.
Yeah. I'll eventually get.
I beat the main story, but there's a lot of other crap you can do still,
Mhm.
side missions and whatnot. So it doesn't really ever get old. And then of course there's just the free play portion of it,
Right.
which is what I'm doing now, daily. Daily goal is to 6 world events. So, and that's what I was doing the first time when I died. I'm a tool.
Shit.
Snipe you, bitch. And you did.
Yeah, people are super nice in this game.
What?
People in this game are super nice.
Oh.
And really helpful.
Like your mom.
Damn right, baby. Like my mama.
What is this place? There you are. Wanna go kill me some bastards?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. You kill some bastards. Bastards.
Gotta go to Portland, Oregon on Monday.
Gotta buy underwear again? What?
No, I gotta go to Portland, Oregon
Oh,
on
gotta
Monday.
go to Portland. I heard gotta get underwear again on Monday. I'm like, what? Need
I
help?
had a-
I'm happy to help you with that. So
Gotta go to Portland, Oregon on Monday, and then
Yeah.
Tuesday flying out to Denver.
Yeah. Oh, I
drive
love
down
Denver.
to-
Yeah. I wish I
Well,
could go to Denver.
I'll be down in Pueblo, which isn't bad. Pueblo's okay. About 2 hours south. Could fly into Colorado Springs, but the flights from Portland to Colorado Springs sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'll just fly into Denver and drive down. The weather's supposed to be okay, so I shouldn't have any problems. It sucks this time of year because it could, be snow and crap, and then the drive sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my sisters is in Denver. She moved over there, what, a year ago? I think now. A year ago or so.
Yeah.
She's loving it over there. Yeah. And then one of my cousins moved out there too. Because he moved here to DC from Puerto Rico, and he fucking hates the Northern Virginia area, or the DC metro area. He fucking hates it. So he and his girlfriend ended up moving out to Denver, and they love it over there. He's much more of a outdoorsy sort of a person. Like me, I don't care. I appreciate the area in which I live because
Yeah.
everything is close by. I don't have to go too far for anything. And if I want to go a little bit far out, I can. If I want to go into the city to go to a museum, I can choose to do that, but I don't have to. I'm far enough away from all that stuff, so.
Yeah, exactly. You get to enjoy the benefits of living in the area without having to live in the crap part of it, or the more expensive part of it, if you will.
Exactly. So. I do really want to go to Denver though, for a few days.
Denver's cool. It's pretty. I like it. I've spent quite a bit of time there, different projects and stuff.
That's great.
I'm gonna kill you all. That's how I roll, yo.
That's good. Alright, so now I can travel back to Yavin.
Time to kick some more buttocks. Supers are pretty damn cool in this game. Ultimates.
Covering fire! Follow me!
Oh, you son of a bitch. Still there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Kicked me. The friggin' lost connection to their damn server.
Mm.
Which means it's on their end because I'm still talking to you.
Yeah. You're fine. We're good.
Covering fire!
This has definitely gotten better, but it's still it still sucks when it happens.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it does happen in other games too. It just
Yeah,
seems
sure.
like it happened a lot in this one. I think they way underestimated their requirements for servers. You know,
Yeah.
think about this. Back in the day, like I hate the whole loot thing and all the buying of extra crap
Sure.
that you got to do.
Mhm.
Back in the day, you built a game. That's all you had to do.
Mhm.
Just you made a game and you sold it on a cartridge or a disc, or whatever. Now you sell a game. You also have to provide services and hardware in order to allow people to play said game.
Mhm.
Suck.
Does suck.
Costs a lot more. So that would explain why they have to pay. You know, they have these loot boxes and all this other crap so that they can afford to keep all that hardware running. Interesting to see. You know, Microsoft. The rumor is the next console is not going to have any discs, and it'll basically stream games.
Yep. That's what I understand.
And while, to be fair, honestly, on the PlayStation, they already have that.
Yeah.
You can stream games right now on their PlayStation, whatever. And maybe that's what the Xbox Game Pass is kind of like. I don't have it, so I don't know.
No, so Game Pass is just a library of games you can download and play.
But you fully download those.
But you fully download them, yeah.
Okay, yeah, the ones for the PlayStation, you actually don't. You can download them if you want, but you don't have to. You can just hit a button and you can start playing it.
Yeah, so there was a company called OnLive, probably about 8 years ago or so, 8-9 years ago, that did exactly that, and they actually went out of business. I don't know if you remember them, but
No, I don't.
yeah, so they were So they were the first company to really kind of popularize that concept and create a really nice, well-working product. I used it.
Yeah.
I tried it out a couple of times because they had a pretty nice trial, for it.
Package
And
thing.
yeah, and I tried it and it was okay. I
It was before
played.
its time.
Yeah, yeah. It was one of those technology. Exactly, it was one of those technologies. It was before its time. So yeah. Yeah, and so and I played what is it? One of the Batman games. I think it wasn't Arkham. Was it Arkham Asylum? It was one of those. One of that series, and because it's streaming over the internet like a
Yeah.
movie, there's times where you get artifacts. So the more graphically intense the scene that you're looking at is, then the more artifacts and the more compressed the image is gonna look. And it really bugged me. So I really didn't. Obviously, I didn't buy into it.
Right.
But I love the concept. I thought the concept was great. I just kind of felt like the internet needed to catch up before something like that was really useful.
Cool though.
I just
So
think it's
that's
funny
apparently
that
what
people are
they're
talking
trying
about
to.
that. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, I just think it's funny that people are talking about that like it's something new. It's like, no, no, it's not. It's not.
Like shooting these guys in the face, then their mask explodes.
Hmm. Oh my God, that's where my flight computer went. Oh my motherfucker. Oh, I was looking for that earlier.
Gonna shoot it in the face.
Did I tell you like the latest with Derek?
No, what's going on with that guy?
So he um his daughters are coming of age soon. So think
Are they
about this.
really?
Yeah, think about this. Like Tony's 17.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's 17, and his girls are gonna they're up there. So this entire time he's been living out in California. His in-laws, they took custody of the kids, so he didn't, so he hasn't really. Him and Katie apparently have, she, they took away custody from her,
Yeah,
and
that I knew.
that you knew, right? Okay. And so anyway, so it's been her parents have been raising their kids. Such a fucking weird situation. And anywho, they whatchamacallit, his one of his daughters like messaged him and sent him sent him a message or whatever. And it was like a picture of both of the girls together, and it was like the first time he had seen any picture of them in a long time. And then it just all of a sudden it stopped for whatever reason.
Hmm,
So I wonder if like,
so weird.
yeah, I wonder if like the the grandparents found out or something, and so they're like they
Put a
put a
stop
stop
to it.
to it. Yeah,
So dumb of him to give up his rights like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
In some
yeah,
ways, it may have been the best thing for those girls, but
yeah. I mean, Katie's parents were fucked up people. I mean, they did such a stellar job with her.
yeah.
So anyway, they're gonna be 18 in another year or so, and at that point, they can't keep them apart.
Oh yeah.
So because they'll be adults, and so they'll be able to reach out to him and whatever. So it's just crazy. But Derek is still Derek. He's still dating that old lady, that
That's cool. I
Gma.
mean, I guess in some ways.
Yeah. I mean, it's a stable relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, she's got to be like 20 years older than him, though.
It's crazy.
I mean, she looks like a grandma.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not like she was older and attractive looking. She was
Right.
older and older.
Like Selma Hayek. Selma Hayek, she's like in her fucking 50s
Oh, God, yes.
right now, right? But she's fucking smoking. He's with
Yeah, exactly.
literally like a Gma. I think her daughter is his age, or closer to his age.
Right?
And her daughter's got a daughter. This entire thing is
That's
just...
crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And here we have Derek, who's begging that grandma,
Yeah.
working at Lowe's or Office Depot, wherever he's working these days.
He was at Costco for a long time.
Yeah. That guy. But you know what? He's got a big dick. So what can I say?
What a waste.
What a waste.
What God said when he made him.
Well, I got this extra stuff for a penis. Let me do something with it. Here. Let's waste this on him. God. Are we bad people?
No. I mean, maybe, but not because of that.
I hope not.
I will kill you.
But think about it. Think about how much time has passed.
I know, right? A lot of time.
Yeah. A lot of time has passed. I feel like an old guy, like an old man now.
Should, because you are.
I am. I'm losing my hair.
Way old.
I know. Gained weight. Got some of this. What is it on this side? Here we go. I got some grays in my beard.
I got that too. You
Yeah.
know what's really weird? I'm starting to get white hairs in my eyebrows.
Really?
There for a while I was getting black hairs.
Yeah,
these
yeah.
stiff black hairs. Now I've been getting like white. And I don't mean like
Wow.
gray, I mean white.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Hi, bitch.
OR5.
The thing I like about this game, Anthem, is that when you pick up a bunch of crap for like You know, like you open a treasure chest, let's say,
Yeah.
or you kill somebody and it releases something.
Yeah.
What's cool is you go pick it up, but to everyone else, it looks like it's still sitting there. It's not like you steal it from them. Everybody has to go pick up their
Oh.
own crap.
Oh. Got it.
You don't have to worry about like what we were playing a game. You and I one time we were playing with Borderlands, and we were playing with somebody you knew, and like the jackass kept taking everything from us.
It's probably Mike. That sounds like a Mike thing to do.
I think it was Mike, because I mean I know Mike. Where was that call from?
Hmm.
We're all back now.
Wine and Star Wars. Boom. So what grade is Chris in now?
He's an eighth now. We
Eighth. God
just
damn it.
did the sign up stuff for high school a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Which was crazy. Like, are you
I mean,
kidding me?
I remember being in eighth grade. I remember hating the hell out of middle school. Middle school
I only
was
had to
like
do
the
it like
fucking
3 or 4
worst.
times.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, so bad.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna kill you
I
all.
went to one, two, three, four middle schools. That sucked.
It really didn't feel like it was that long ago, but it was.
Yeah, it was for fucking ever ago. And I remember like Joey from Langston Hughes, and then I moved, and then we didn't see each other for a few years. Because I remember at one point going to, um, I guess he and his family were living in an apartment at the time, and we had a joint project together with another guy from one of our classes. So we all kind of went over to their place in Reston. So I remember that, and then yeah, and then I moved or something, and didn't see him, didn't link back up with him again until you and Derek in high school.
It's crazy.
Hmm. Crazy as fuck. We had some great times though. I still love Reston. I love the shit out of that town.
It's a cool place. I like it.
Yeah. And I guess like the thing that I really like about it is if I were to quantify it, it's the ooh shit
Yeah.
shit I'm about to crash. It's the fact that I like the fact that I have all the trails in Reston,
Yes.
so it feels like it creates this somewhat of an open feel where you can go from one neighborhood to another, and it's just I don't know, it just gives it that feel where I don't know, you can just go anywhere almost. So in the past like year, like
That's
our
hard.
medical bills were really bad because Missy and the kids,
Yep.
and we just paid off a couple of bills. And holy shit, that freed up like
Cool.
$1,000 a month. We
It's
had
funny how that works, huh?
we had $1,000 of nearly $1,000 worth of medical bills that we're paying every month.
Every month?
Every fucking month, dude.
Crazy.
Incredible. Crazy shit,
How about your
right?
insurance?
God
You
damn.
shouldn't have that much, dude. Because I mean,
Dude, it's crazy
you
shit.
should have a max out of pocket and all. You should have a max out of pocket and all that crap. Stop it from getting that high. What's your max
Yep,
out of
it was
pocket?
crazy. I can't remember.
Okay.
But
Ours is I think it's 5,000.
yeah.
I mean, it's not great, but not as good as it once was. Man, when I was with Vesta,
Mm-hmm.
it was $250.
Really, that's a max. That was your max out of pocket.
That was the max out of pocket. It was also
Shit,
the
yo, that's like
deductible.
a doctor's appointment.
So you basically, yeah. So
There's a
basically,
couple
now
of
you had to
doctor's
pay,
appointments,
you know,
right? That's your out of pocket for a doctor is about 25 bucks.
Yeah. So normally, so sometimes with your max out of pocket, once you meet your max out of pocket, you're done. Period.
Yep.
No, for pharmaceutical and everything, right?
Yep.
Well, with Vestas, you still had to pay your copay to see the doctor. You still had to pay for your prescription, but you didn't pay anything else above your copay and prescription costs, which was great, you know.
Yeah, that's great.
So, which I'll take that in a heartbeat.
Sure.
My current out of pocket, 5,000. Once you hit that, you don't pay anything, pharmacy or otherwise, which is kind of nice. Luckily, because Becky's on disability, she actually also gets Medicare, Medicaid,
Nice.
and so that actually supplements. For years, we weren't using it, and
Well,
found out that she had a procedure done,
Mm-hmm.
and with it, we didn't pay anything
Wow.
at all.
Yeah, I've got to figure out where we. So me and Missy were looking at it for her. For whatever reason, we just didn't. There was a reason why either we couldn't do it or we didn't do it for her. I gotta talk to her about it again because it would help. You know, I mean, I make decent money, but you know, if we're leaving money on the table, like we gotta do something about that.
Definitely.
It's just stupid to just spend money and shit when we don't need to, and it helps. I mean, I'm not a fucking millionaire or anything. So.
No.
How's your brother doing these days?
He's doing okay. Sean.
Yeah. Because I see stuff from
He's-
Kristen all the time because I'm friends with her on Facebook. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I'm not friends with him on. Does he even have a Facebook? Like I don't even know that.
I don't know. If
Okay.
he does, he doesn't get on it often.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
'Cause I don't see him on it ever either. But he's doing okay. He's working, dealing with people who are mentally challenged,
Really?
and that's
Okay.
what he does.
Yeah.
I think he was thinking about actually doing where he lives with them, which was going to save him money because he didn't have to pay room and board for himself anymore.
Right. Yep.
I don't know if he was going to do that or not. I don't know. It's weird. Sean, he's such a smart kid, but
He is.
never really had the drive.
Yeah. I mean, all of you are smart. That's the thing. All of you are smart
Oh.
and talented. Kristen talented with her with art. You talented with your tongue.
Sweet.
Oh. At least according to April. Oh, that's funny as shit. Man, this wine is getting to me. Holy cow.
I can tell.
Jesus Christ.
You
I've only had 2 glasses
just said
of
you're
it.
broadcasting now.
Oh, really?
Like, you didn't
That's
say that
weird.
single. It just now on my Xbox popped up that you were broadcasting.
I've been broadcasting this entire time, bitch.
I know. I got it on my phone earlier.
Oh,
That's how I knew that you were getting online.
damn right, bro. Damn right.
I actually have to. About an hour, and I'll need to work out.
Man, you're so
I
good.
didn't do yard work like I wanted to. I need to work out.
You're so good.
Trying to. I've lost 20 pounds.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I need to just fucking do that. I just need to do that.
Yes. Honestly, it's really what it comes down to. It's just doing it. It's just the
Yeah.
willpower, and then really it's just doing it.
Yeah.
So I've been tracking everything I eat,
Mhm.
speaking of which I need to update my thing for lunch.
Yeah.
But tracking all that, and it's been a little frustrating the last, I don't know, 3 weeks because I've only lost like 5 pounds in the last 3 weeks.
Well, you know.
But I mean, I lost something, I guess.
But if you're being active, then it could
Oh,
also.
so I was kind of shitty.
Okay.
I wasn't being active there
Okay.
for a little while. Mostly I was just watching what I ate.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's how I lost 15 pounds. But then it kind of plateaued, and I wasn't really working out, and honestly wasn't as good as I had been as
Okay.
far as what I ate. So it was kind of on me, but still, it's frustrating.
Understandable.
I'm not going to kill you all. Just let it go. Kicking this guy's ass.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Dead. Really? No drop from that guy?
Nice. Oh man, I took that guy out quick. Leave my smuggler alone.
And boom. What else? I've got that total gym, and been trying to use it 2 times a week.
Good.
Started out on level 1.
Yeah.
I can only, and I was trying to do sets of 10.
Uh-huh.
So like, got it built up where now I did 3 sets at level 2. And
Okay.
then, Tuesday I did 4 sets on level 2. So, I'm doing this workout where I do basically upper back, lower back, biceps, triceps, do a bench press, the side motion. I don't know what the hell it's called. And I do that, and I basically just go back and forth really quickly. I never really get a rest, so it kind of gives a cardio workout along with it.
Good. Yeah, Missy got us a gym membership, and the gym just opened, so we're probably gonna go. We're probably gonna need to go. We're probably gonna go at some point tomorrow. Like, I just want to go, you know, and I just wanna, like, I don't want to talk to goddamn personal trainer. The last gym that we joined, they put you through the whole, oh, we'll do a fitness assessment for you, and yada yada. It's like, no. So let's skip all that shit.
I'm out of shape, dude.
I'm out of shape. I don't need an assessment to tell me that. I look in the mirror every day. That's my assessment. My assessment is how I look and how I feel. And because you know, they always try to like they try to sell you like you know, time with a fucking you know, whatchamacallit, fitness instructor or whatever. It's like, no, fuck you, dude. I don't need that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not at that point where I need that.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's like I'm gonna have to join a gym in order to get the cardio that I need.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I don't have it, and so what I need to do is just what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up to probably level 4. Once I get to level 4 on my total gym, then I'll pay for it, because then I know that I'm dedicated enough to pay for the membership. 'Cause I paid for a membership for 2 years. And I used it once.
Yeah.
It was a joke. Like, it's just a waste of money for me.
Yeah. Missy did that. Missy did that at one point.
I just didn't. I don't want to waste it again. And honestly, I wish I could find a. What's the one that's purple? Gym that's purple. Planet Fitness.
Okay.
I like Planet Fitness. It's basically, you know, $10 a month. They've got all the equipment that's there. It's not, you know, people who generally, you know, work out a ton.
Right.
So, anyways, I don't know. Good.
Man, I'm a little buzzed to be playing fucking on a spaceship right now. Holy cow.
Hey, no drinking and flying.
Oh, whoa. Too late.
And he said,
Got him. Leave my smuggler alone, motherfuckers. Oh shit, I'm too far out. God damn it.
"Shot him in the face. That's how I roll." Oh.
So what's Portland like? I've never been there.
I haven't either.
Oh, okay.
So we've got, so the new company has got a manufacturing site there, because down the road, it's called Hillsboro. It's a suburb of Portland, basically.
Yeah.
It's, got a big Intel manufacturing site near there. I know that because my current or original company, they have a distribution center out there that we provide materials to Intel.
Got it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So anyways, I'm going out there to take a look at their facility to kind of get an eye on it. I got a guy who's going to come with me to our site in Pueblo to kind of look at it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I've never been there, so it'll be kind of cool.
My favorite.
Here, Oregon's really cool.
My favorite city so far is still Seattle.
Ever been to San Francisco?
Flew into San Francisco, drove through some of it, but didn't really stay there.
Oh, you basically just went straight down to San Jose.
I went straight down to Santa Clara.
Okay. Yeah, so I've never been to Seattle either, or at least not that I remember. I was really small, but San Francisco's a really cool city, like overall downtown and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I've heard that from other people too.
Recommend it. Only problem is they've got a really big homeless problem down there.
Yeah, I heard that too. Well, it's impossible
it's to be
to live
expected
there.
when cost. Yeah, no, the cost of living is insane.
Yeah, ridiculous. We have a.
I don't know if I can afford it.
No, I can't. We have there's a company that's one of our partners that we do business with, and they have their U.S. headquarters is right. I think it's in the Salesforce building. And
Okay, I know where that is.
yeah, and I just don't understand how they can fucking afford to live there.
No, I don't either. I mean,
Crazy.
and then think of it, like, what about like people who are just regular old people? How do
Regular
they
people,
afford to
dude.
live there?
Regular people. Non-techies. Alright, escort complete. Nice.
Need some more world events.
God damn it, I gotta tell the guy from work that I got this coin from that he needs to give me some more, if he's got some extras to bring them for me. Oh, so last night Sophia performed in a talent show,
Cool.
and I gotta tell you, dude, even not as her father, forget that I am her father for a second, she did a phenomenal job.
That's cool. What
That
did she do? What was
girl,
her talent?
she sang,
Oh, okay.
and
Missed that part when you said it.
well, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Oh, okay.
And I am just legitimately super impressed because I've heard her sing in the house. But then she got up there and she started singing. Oh my god! And she was holding back because she was super nervous. And it was her first time ever performing in front of people. But wow, just I was just so incredibly, surprised. She did so good. She was so good. I wasn't expecting her to do bad, because otherwise we wouldn't have put her in that. We wouldn't have, put her in that sort of a position. But wow. And then I don't know if you saw. I posted a picture last night of her on Facebook.
Did not see it.
Yeah. So if you go on Facebook, there's a picture of her in the dress that she wore last night, and she looks stunning. That little girl
That's
is
cool.
gonna fucking break hearts.
Including yours.
She's a pretty little girl. Yeah, including mine. She's a pretty little girl. And what's creepy is she really strongly resembles my mother.
Wait, what? Say it again.
She strongly resembles my mother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I have pictures of
Funny
my
how that
mom.
works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because like Kristen's the same way. Like one of the girls, I can't remember which one. Like I saw pictures of my grandmother when she was young. Pictures of them, and I was like, oh my god, they look just like grandma.
It's crazy. It is crazy. And out of the kids, like Tony looks a lot like me, but I think Sophia
Yes.
also resembles me a lot too.
In some ways, I can see that.
Yeah, and she
You can tell she's yours.
oh, she's definitely, that girl is definitely mine. And anyway, it's just crazy how much she looks like my mom. Come on, you fucking TIE bomber. I am on your ass, bitch. What, you think you're gonna escape me? He's escaping me.
Probably just wasted that ultimate. Here they come. The whole reason I shouldn't have wasted an ultimate. Ah.
Oh my god, there's too many ships. Too many of them.
And now I get my ultimate back.
Yeah, boy.
Well, that works when I need it. It's like Chris was in a play. He's been in a couple plays this year because he's in theater. And he did, in one play, he was 5 different characters.
Holy shit.
And he did a really good job with them. And it was so funny. There was a scene, they can't have guns, of course, because it was in school. And so they were going to have something like a crossbow or something, but
Yeah.
it broke or something right before the play. And so he comes out, and instead of shooting the people like he was supposed to, he just points his fingers at them and goes, pew, 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 pew. And it was just the funniest thing. I'd like to see if teacher could give us a copy of the video because it was just so super funny.
That's awesome.
He's in, they've got, apparently they have what's called competitive theater.
Competitive theater. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That sounds intense.
So basically, you do a play, it has to be a drama,
Okay.
and then they judge you. So he's doing the play Cicero. Cicero? Not Cicero. What's his name? It's the guy with the big nose that whispers what the guy should say to his girlfriend from behind the bushes. Cyrano de Bergerac is his name.
Okay.
Now, all the people who watch your stream realize I'm not a Morhawk because I was able to pull that out of my
It's
ass.
okay.
Anyways, he's one of the.
There's only like one person.
He's like, so anyways, he's like one of the main characters in that play, which is kind of cool. He's not Cyrano, and he's not any of those, but it's still pretty cool though.
Awesome.
I'm gonna shoot lightning up your butt. Lightning's going up your tushy. It did. Afterwards, I threw a fireball in your tushy.
Oh my god, this TIE fighter. Holy shit. Come on, man. God damn. Fuck. That was ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Leave my buddy alone.
Good time for this. And they're dead.
Yeah, kill.
Don't shoot me in the ass. I don't like it.
Come on, motherfucker. Oh, thank God. Made it safely. Alright, what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Alright, how's my profession? Oh. Equipment B. That gives me level
Shit.
5 equipment certification. Relax, R5. Come on, bro.
And in the fire, cooking my feet. The hell are they?
Join me.
Said you're broadcasting again.
That's so weird. Because I've been broadcasting this entire time. Star Wars Galaxy.
Damn. Already killed them.
Oh shit, I need to slow this
And done. Oh, man, oh man.
Man, oh man. Man, these missions are getting harder and harder.
2074 distress call received, awaiting confirmation.
Ride you. Here, animal thingy that I've killed a lot of.
So I had to
Let you-
escort.
I want to.
I had to escort basically the Millennium Falcon earlier, or at least a ship that very strongly resembled it. And seriously, like
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. My head
That's cool.
exploded. Yeah, it was really cool. There was so much potential in this game, and they just like, I don't know, they fucking just closed it because they had the new Star Wars MMO coming out.
Yeah.
And there was so many things that this game got right, like the space battles and that entire experience. Because you can have multiplayer ships in this game. In the quote unquote new MMO, the Old Republic, you can't do that. And not only can't you not do that, but like it's an on rails experience. So it's basically you like flicking your mouse around, clicking the left click button to shoot shit. So there's nothing satisfying about it at all. At least this one, like it's like from a first person view, and it feels like you're fucking like taking out TIE fighters and shit.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, fucked up. You really fucked up.
Make mistakes.
Yeah. Well, pretty big one.
Want to kill me, a Titan? Are you Titan?
Titan!
Now I know how to kill your ass.
Oh, so did I tell you one of my cousins was in the Spider-Man animated movie?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not very close to him at all. And probably the last time that I really interacted with him was when I was like fucking 16 years old. And he moved out to LA a couple of years back from Puerto Rico, and he was in the Spider-Man animated movie that won an Oscar.
I know. I watched it. It's good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I think he was an extra. But you know, he was in it. Whatever.
These additional voices.
Yeah, I think it was additional voices. Yeah. Well, his name's in the credits,
Sorry.
bitch. I still haven't seen the movie though, because I'm a terrible person.
Really?
I'm a terrible family
really
member.
good.
I know. I hear it's really good. I gotta watch my cousin's movie. And he was also in another one about Che Guevara. And he definitely had some screen time there.
We actually had screen
So,
time there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be weird if you had
And
screen
I think
time
it
in the
was it was the
Spider-Man
one I think it was one of the
Spider-Verse.
movies with Benicio del Toro in it. I think it was, or something like that. So.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Super cool.
It's funny, some of these actors that actually end up doing a lot of just voice acting type stuff, they get lucky and do that
Yep.
kind of work.
Yep.
They don't get paid as much, obviously, but they work a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's crazy, some of the people who have played voices, like, if you've watched anything with a Green Lantern character in it in the last few years, it's probably been portrayed by Nathan Fillion.
Not surprisingly.
You know, for the animated stuff.
Yeah.
And there's some, like, I'll play a game or watch a movie or show or something that's animated, and I'm like, who is that voice? And I'll look it up, I'm like, I don't know who that person is, but I see their face a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I could read for those for animated shows. My problem is like
Learn how to read?
that well, no, yeah. Yeah. That's the first problem. But then my other problem is I can't really do voices necessarily. You know what I mean? Like I can,
You know,
as myself, I can read a script, but I can't,
you don't always have to do a voice.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
guess.
doing your own voice
Yeah.
is enough. I mean, honestly, Kristen, there's several of her characters she does in her own voice.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just pitching up your voice a little different.
Makes sense.
Sure, I wasn't going to kill you, but now I'm going to. I'm gonna put your ass in the face. What you get? You get punched right in the ass.
Get punched right in your sphincter hole. Right in your brown eye.
You got 3 brown eyes. I only have 1.
Hey, well, I got 3. I got 3 brown eyes, bitch. God damn it. So many ships.
Glowy. Light glowing. I guess it's probably time to go back to Fort Tarsus. Oh, that's what I need. Oh. Need to get some more missions. Getting bored of playing free play. Wow, wow.
This game has a lot. This game has a
a
lot of different things that you can do. Like you can play the main, the main story, But then you can also like do other things like piloting, which is what I've been doing the entire time we've been talking. There's other professions that you can do. You could be a fucking mayor, because there's players
You can fuck a
in this
mayor?
game. Yeah, fucking mayor. You know, where you fuck mayors and shit. And I don't know. This game seemed to. I don't know. They just it had some really great ideas, and they just like killed it too soon.
So the only thing I tried to go back and play games that are older. I have such a hard time with the graphics. I just it's
Oh,
like
I understand.
watching a movie,
A black
you
and white
watch, like,
movie, right?
the
Like,
original.
Uh-huh.
Like a black and white, or if you try to watch some of the original, the first CGI type movies or whatever, computer graphics, and so that kind of stuff. Like I just have a hard time. I just can't.
Yeah.
Like I tried to play, because I finally I got a PlayStation. I was like, I want to play God of War.
Yeah.
I had no idea what God of War was about, and I think that was part of the problem. I had no idea what it was like, and it was just a mashing, slashing game. Like
Hmm.
the first few.
Mm-hmm.
The new one is an RPG,
Mm-hmm.
more like an RPG. And so I think that may have been
The
part of it.
original didn't age very well.
No,
Yeah.
no, and I don't know. And it's like I had such a hard time playing some of these boss levels, and
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a little bit more forgiving, because for games like this one, I remember playing a little bit of them. This one I played a little bit of when it was originally, a thing. I just never had a computer that was really good enough, and I didn't want to spend money on it necessarily because I was poor. But now that it's been out again, because people have created their own private servers of it, now I can I have a better computer. It plays nice on it, and I can go back and experience some of the shit that I didn't necessarily get to experience before. And it's fucking Star Wars. Star Wars is timeless.
Yeah, get that.
So like so for me, like, seeing Jabba the Hutt was like fucking awesome, but seeing Han and Chewie and all that type of shit, stupid, but I still get kind of my nerd rocks off on it.
Get that.
God, I am feeling this wine.
Hey.
Holy shit.
Lame.
Lame.
Latino. Senor.
Sí, señor. I'm so jealous of mother right now. She's in Puerto Rico. I want to be with
Oh, yeah?
her over there. Yeah, she's visiting. I mean, her parents slash my grandparents are there, so she's over there to visit. My grandfather's.
How is it over there?
My grandfather's like fucking 92, so.
They all recovered from Maria, or as much as they probably will.
Mm-hmm. I think as much as he probably will. But President Trump gets a lot of flack for some of the shit that he says. For like 90% of the shit that he says. But as far as Puerto Rico goes, one thing that he has maintained is that the island was not in very good shape before the hurricane. It wasn't.
True. Yeah, it wasn't.
So
no.
that's
Had a lot of
so that's
issues.
definitely true. It's still, I still think he's a fucking scumbag. But still, and I've always felt that way about him, by the way. I've always felt that. Well, I didn't always feel that way about him until I started, before he became president. I read one of his books, and I did a little bit more digging on him, because I was like, oh, wow, this is a great American story here. And then I realized, as I followed him more closely, that it was
Sham?
it was not, it was not all that it was cracked up to be. So, and this is all before he even, ran for president the last time, and And he's one of those guys that's just he's a great marketer, fantastic marketer. And this last
Yeah,
presidential
definitely.
campaign was him fucking being a great marketer, who, by the way, ended up winning, although he didn't expect to win.
No, and I don't think he wanted to win
He
either.
didn't want to
I
win.
think he just
No,
wanted to run,
he wanted to
get the
run.
notoriety.
Yes, he wanted
And
to get the continue to get the Trump name out there, and be able to
like,
fucking get a book
I would bet
deal and
money. What I really think, I really, really think he owes money to a lot of
sure,
bad people,
sure he does.
and he
Absolutely.
was using it as a way to help clear that debt. So he was just running, but he didn't have to win. He wasn't expected to win. He was supposed to run.
Yeah, he didn't expect to win.
He is, God,
Well,
that's what I
remember,
really
well,
think.
remember, before the last election, he was claiming that he was saying that he was thinking about running. I'm thinking about running. I'm thinking about running. And that was
Yeah.
him just kind of dipping his toes in.
2012, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
2012.
then finally, he decided, okay, fine, I'll run. And that's why he said some of the crazy shit that he said during the election, just because he just really was not going for winning. And then he won, and it's like, oh wait, what the fuck? I won? So then, you're in, and he's gotta, now he's gotta play the game,
Um,
and he's
that,
having
and I also
he's
don't
having
think
a tough
I
time
don't
with
think
it.
he's right. I don't
No,
think he's right. I think there's something wrong with his brain. And I'm
absolutely,
not saying it. I mean, even I don't like 99% of the stuff the guy does. Period. But
agreed.
regardless, like when I watch an interview with him 10 years ago,
Yes,
watch any interview and
different
listen to him
person.
talk, and then watch him now, and he can't find words.
Yep.
His vocabulary is much smaller.
Yes.
He can't stay on topic.
Nope.
All of those are classic signs of like dementia and Alzheimer's issues. I'm not sure which one, but he's got something.
Yeah,
We
he's
won't
got
find out for
something.
years. It'll be just like Reagan. Reagan had Alzheimer's towards the end of his. Um, it was affecting him. Let's
Oh,
say he
really?
had it before,
I didn't
but
know
it was
that.
affecting him towards
Wow.
the end of his second term,
Hmm.
and other people were stepping up to do things. I don't want to play with this javelin this time. I want to pick a different. But yeah, so I
I don't know.
really, really think that there's something
Oh, there's
there's
something
something
wrong
wrong
with
with
him.
him.
Definitely something wrong with him. Um, I watched an interview of him when he was first starting to make a name for himself, and I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, holy shit, this guy is really well articulated. He's charismatic. That is not the guy that we see today on TV.
I agree. That I don't know, something's just wrong.
Yeah, there's
And
something wrong with him.
God, like he wasn't. I mean, he really. I think he is just. We know he's an egotistical narcissist. We
Absolutely.
know that. It's
Absolutely.
always been that way.
Always.
He's gotten to where he doesn't listen to anybody but these people within his tight circle.
Yep.
And these people are just. Because nobody wants to work with him now.
Yep.
It's the wrong people.
Yep.
And God, it's just. Oh my goodness. And what's scary is that based on the numbers right now, he would probably win re-election.
Yeah.
That is scary. Because it just is. No. We'll see. Maybe he won't. Maybe. I just at this point I just don't want to see him win just because, as I said, I don't think he's right in the head, and I don't think he's doing good things for the government. I think he's just doing what it takes to make him
It's
more
all about him.
more
It's
rich.
all about him and the Trump family. That's what it's all about.
The thing is, like, there's constitutional clauses, like the emoluments clause, right? As you
Mhm.
cannot receive any foreign gifts, right? But he is, I mean, literally making money because he did not give up his control over the Trump organization. He's still running it. Sons say they're running it, but he's still got his hand in it.
Yep.
And these people are staying at his Trump hotel in Washington,
Yep.
D.C., and it's expected that they do that.
Yep.
Or how about when he goes to Mar-a-Lago?
Yep.
We have to pay as tax citizens for
Yep.
Secret Service and all these other people
Yep.
stay. Well, not just they have to fly if they went to Camp David or wherever.
Sure.
But they have to pay to stay at his
own.
So he's making making
Resort,
exactly.
Basically his own
exactly
company. Yep.
And I'm like, that's messed up.
Yeah.
And here's the thing I don't get. I understand there's a lot of Americans that are upset and who feel left behind. I get that. Honestly, we should all be mad. These CEOs are making way too much money, and there's no reason. Like, fine, you want to pay them all that money? That's great. They deserve it. But you also need to pay your employees enough that they can afford your products, because we're getting to a point where they're not going to be able to anymore.
Yeah.
And so what I see is, with that is, I get that why they're mad, and I get why they voted for someone like Trump, because he, quote unquote, tells it like it is. Well, some of them, they like that because they are racist and they can now say what they want to say.
Sure.
Then you've got the other side where they truly feel left behind, and they see somebody who they thought was going to fight for them. But he hasn't. Everybody he's brought in is ex lobbyists, or other people like our Secretary of Treasury. He's just really, really rich, and he's making himself richer by trying to get rid of regulations to allow his buddies to make more money. I mean, how many people he's brought in, all these secretaries to his cabinet, and how many of them are still left in the original cabinet? You can only think of two, three, off the top of my head: Department of Education, Department of Energy, and Department of the HUD, Housing and Urban Development. That's the only three that I think are still there. There might be some others. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's the only three I can think of. Everybody else has changed now. Typically, between terms, you will get some turnover. Not within the same term. Not to this level. So.
He's terrible at hiring people.
Yeah, I mean, he picks people just because
the one thing that
the
one thing that surprises me is that people don't put that together. When you're let's say that he is a fantastic businessman, right?
Sure.
Let's
say he is.
He's not, but let's assume he's a great marketer. I'll agree with that.
Right. Definitely.
Businessman, I think he's got people that do that for a lot of people do that for him. But if we were to judge his presidency based off of the people that he's hired, he's done a terrible job, because he's fired all of them, most of them. 90,
it's funny. He brings them in
them.
and talks about how great they are.
How great they are,
and then firing them or talking
them.
shit about them because they don't, because the good ones, once he talks shit about, actually back a little bit.
Yep. So here's the way that I think of it. When I go to hire someone, I look for skill set, and then I look for personality. And on the personality front, like, I'm okay with the person like challenging me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with people like saying, "Hey, Jose, I know that you're saying we should do this, but maybe we should do something different."
Right.
I'm totally cool with that, because to me, like, that friction creates solutions that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. And he's the sort of guy that he wants people that are gonna fight with each other, but not fight with him.
Yeah.
Those are the people that he seeks out, and I just can't. I just can't. I'm not that person. I just can't.
Nope.
I don't believe in that. That doesn't really get you. What's that gonna get you? It's gonna get you someone who's gonna kiss your ass, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass to the rest of the team. without merit, you know, and I just can't do that shit. Oh my God, TIE Fighter! Fuck you, motherfucker!
They had I want to get out of here. I want to kill this.
So I'll buy Anthem next time it's on sale. Or first time it's on sale, because it hasn't been on sale yet, I don't think.
Yeah, that's cool. For the Xbox.
And I'll buy it for the Xbox, because I know you can consistently play it.
Play all your other games with your other friends. You
Yeah,
play this one.
yeah. What's
What's great is you can play it alone. Play it alone, but you play it with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You play with them, but I don't have to talk to them.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's good because everybody's the way they built it.
Uh-huh.
You don't really have a choice but to be cooperative.
Sure.
So, you know, you have those people that just suck. Hey, you can't really do that in this game because it'll force you to keep up.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
Sometimes to a fault, but Jesus. Flamethrower, bitch. I'm
Yeah,
gonna burn you,
motherfucker.
fucker.
Motherfucker.
I don't know. This the sad thing is, like, I'm looking at the 400 people that are announced on the Democrat side, and there's a couple that I like, but I don't know. At this moment, it's so damn early. Who I would pick out of all of them? 'Cause I do like Beto O'Rourke, and I like Cory Booker. Also like, I don't think he has enough experience, possibly. Castro. I don't remember if it's Julian or Castro it is, because they're twins. They're both in politics. It's kind of funny. One was the mayor of San Antonio, and the other one was a congressman, I think. One ended up working for Obama as the Secretary of HUD. That's the one that's running. I just can't remember his name.
The judge on the case that I was jury on was
Oh, is that over, by the way?
yeah, it's over. I can talk about it.
Okay. So what was the case? You said you were going to tell me.
It was methamphetamine. It was conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so it was heavy duty shit.
Means he had a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The judge was part of. She tried one of the 9/11 terrorists.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. She was appointed by Bill Clinton in '92.
Lord.
And yeah. So the case, dude, super interesting. But I may have to do this off stream.
Say that again. Say what you said again.
I'm gonna have to do this off stream. So let me finish off what I'm doing, and I'll stop streaming, and then I'll tell you more about it.
Okay, cool. I thought the case was over, so it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah, but it's, you know. Yeah. Well, I'll just tell you. So, I only have one viewer anyway. And, anyway, so the whole thing was conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine, the eastern district of Virginia. And basically, the defendant was claiming that pled not guilty. And I think what he was trying to do was he was taking his chances with the jury to just in case the jury interpreted the definition of conspiracy differently. And so what he was doing, so I learned a lot about the meth trade in this week. So here's what happened. So there was another guy.
Yeah.
There was a different guy that was really, he owned the meth trade here in the DC metro area. But he was saying that in this area, you can only do it for about 6 months before essentially you become really hot or get busted by the DEA. So you can't do it very long. So he decided to
Right.
sell his cell phone along with all his contacts to the defendant. And so the defendant bought his cell phone for $25,000. And the agreement was that they would use the same supplier and everything, yada 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 yada. And so they did one of those things where essentially they acted as the same person, at least for a period of time, to transition this whole thing. And I am super impressed, by the way, by how these meth dealers are able to transition a business from one person to another. Super professional, super professional. And so
Crazy.
so the defendant was using this guy's, cell phone and just say, hey, I'm gonna be in the, he was from New York, so he would come over to the DC Metro over the weekends. He would send out messages to all the clients saying that, hey, I'm gonna be in the DC Metro. And he ended up getting busted, and they confiscated about 5 pounds of meth.
Jesus.
Yeah,
A lot of meth.
a lot of meth. Um, I learned a couple of valuable lessons from this entire thing. One of the thing is that meth in the DC metro area is 10 times more expensive than anywhere else. In California, you can buy 1 ounce of methamphetamine. It'll cost you $100 to $130 per ounce. Um, per ounce here, it's $1,300. So it literally is
So
10.
is it just because people got to get it into there, or why is it so
Well,
expensive?
I think it's a supply and demand. I think it's one of those things where you get there's not a meth people aren't there's no meth labs in DC. You know what I mean? Like there's no remote areas here, so people
Yeah,
aren't.
there's. I mean, but if you get out past.
You get out west. You get out west. Yes.
What is the name of that area? Near the Dulles Mall, whatever it's called. I want to say it starts with an A.
That's no Ashburn. That's no longer remote. That used
Oh,
to
that's
be
true.
remote. That used to be remote. You're right. It's no longer
I'll go
remote.
45 more minutes then, and it'll be remote. You get into West Virginia. I mean, hell, you drive an hour and
Yep.
you're in West
Nope.
Virginia.
Yep. Still. So yeah. So yeah. And what the defendant was doing was he was getting his meth from a supplier in California, and um you know then he was dealing it to other dealers. So he wasn't selling it to users; he was dealing it to other dealers. And so the meth that he was receiving, the meth that he was selling, was pure meth. So it's meth that's 95% pure.
Mm-hmm. Damn,
And
he's going
then
away for a long time.
yeah, and the people that he was dealing to were hold on one sec. They were all dealers, so what they were doing was they were taking the meth and cutting it and selling it to
Right.
to the the end customers, that sort of thing. So anyway, so that was basically the case. It was just basically going through, talking to the witnesses or hearing from the witnesses, and the witnesses for the vast majority were dealers that he was dealing to that had
Mm-hmm.
either reached a plea agreement or done a plea bargain or had some sort of immunity from their testimony. And I got to tell you, these people, most of them were people that you would never imagine were meth dealers. One of them was a straight up grandfather. Straight up grandpa
Cool.
dealing meth out of his house. So so that was the majority of the case, just kind of hearing from all the witnesses who were the meth dealers, establishing that they were all dealers and that this guy was part of a larger scheme to distribute meth to the DC metro area, and so that's what the case was, and for us as the jury, it was pretty easy to determine that. What was really difficult was trying, because there were additional counts, so it wasn't necessarily just guilty
Yeah.
or not guilty. It's all right, if guilty, what is he guilty of? And so there
Oh,
were
so they didn't come to you and say this is. So they didn't say we're charging him with first degree, manslaughter. I know that's not what it was,
Mhm.
obviously, but you know, and basically then you have to say yes, he is guilty of that crime.
Mm-mm-mm. Correct. So
Really, that's weird.
it was guilty or not guilty, and if guilty, here's the two counts that you need to consider.
Oh, so they said, okay, is he guilty or not guilty? And then you
Mhm.
decide of the crimes he's guilty of, which one is he's guilty of.
Which one, or is he
give
guilty
you
of
an option.
both?
See, that's weird because to me, that's not fair because this is the crime you were charged with. Are you guilty of that? And then you as a jury should say yes or no,
wait.
or you
So
can say,
let me
well,
explain.
he's not guilty of that, but
Let me
you can ask
explain.
for a lesser charge.
No. Let me explain. So here's what the two counts were beyond the guilty not guilty. So the second count was whether or not he was guilty of distributing 50 grams or more or of pure methamphetamine. And then the final count was whether or not he was guilty of distributing 500 grams or more of a substance mixed with methamphetamine.
Yes.
So it's not a binary thing. It's okay,
Yeah. No.
you know, he did one or the other. He did either, or he did both. So we had to
Good.
really, so we had to kind of, some of the people of the jury were, they needed to, for their own, personal appeasement, really needed to sit down and really think through it and go through the math and all that sort of stuff.
They should.
Which is good, yeah, and they should. I mean, it's a serious thing, it's not an
Yeah.
easy.
Somebody's life.
It's somebody's life, So everyone, I felt like everyone took it super seriously, and it was seriously, Tony. It was just such an incredible experience. It was
Imagine-
just incredible.
And imagine 20 years, right? With the current generation, like your kids, my kids,
Mhm.
and some of their friends. And I know you've met some of their friends and you
Mhm.
think they're probably boneheads.
Mhm.
Imagine them sitting on a jury. They can't pay attention for 10 minutes, much
I know.
less several hours.
It was difficult. It was difficult for us as a jury.
Oh,
There-
it's boring.
It's boring. It's not the most exciting thing that you're doing, and not just that,
It's
but
not like
also
TV.
it's not like TV at all. And then the courtroom was kind of warm too. So
Oh, that's the worst. Then you're tired.
so you're tired and you're sleepy. There were a couple of other jurors just like myself there that were driving out, because I had to drive out to Alexandria from Gainesville, and that's kind of far, especially when it's rush hour traffic that I'm dealing with. I already spent 2 hours every day just getting into Alexandria.
And
So
then, so you're tired. You can't stand up. Like a lot of times, if I'm in
Nope,
a
you
meeting
can't
or
stand up.
something, and I start
Nope.
to I'd stand up.
they do
Yeah,
give
you
us
can't
breaks.
stand up. You can't do anything.
They did give us breaks. So every 2 hours we had a break. So we were able to stand up, and walk around a little bit. But still, like, it's just, you walk in there, it's warm. You sit, you're sitting, you're listening to people talk. You do get sleepy. So anyway,
It's just crazy.
yeah, great. Oh,
I would not like that.
So okay. So the first day was Tuesday. First day was jury selection. And during jury selection, I was trying to call myself out as somebody that maybe would not be attractive to be a juror.
Right?
And
Well, of course not. Yeah, because you don't really want to have to deal with that.
No.
Yes.
No, not at all. So what they did was, so there's a room you got to check in, right? There's a room that everybody's got to check into, and then they do a roll call sort of thing with the court clerk. Court clerk was at one point, after she does the entire taking a roll call, she's like, "Hey guys, this is not good. Um, a lot of people did not show up today." And what happens
Not
to
cool.
people that don't show up to serve on
Or you get contempt of court.
That yeah, you can, absolutely can. And she said you can do that, can happen. And she said that
Yep.
they'll actually send out the U.S. Marshals to your home
Yep.
to
Yep.
summon you.
Yeah, because it's federal, so it's even it's even more so than like local,
You got
state
it.
or county court.
You got it. Yep. And anyway, so they she talked a little bit about that, and then she was like, "Well, I'm worried that the judge won't find that we have enough people in our pool, and that you'll have to come back again."
Yep.
But,
Oh no.
yeah, so but that didn't happen. We ended up going into the courtroom, and the judge started asking us questions. And some of the questions were, one of the questions was, and I was one of the more vocal people because I wanted to single myself out as somebody that they didn't find attractive as a juror. And one of the questions was, have you ever done any business with the Department of Justice? So I raised my hand, and you raise your hand, and then the judge kind of goes one by one, and she asks you the same couple of questions. Okay, so what capacity did you do business with the Department of Justice? And then she asks you a follow-up questions. Okay, do you feel that your position with working with the Department of Justice will affect your ability to render a just verdict as part of this trial? So anything you got to say yes or no. And for none of the questions that she asked, for all the questions, I said no, it's not going to affect my judgment, because it's true, But I was still trying to create that sense of doubt of, well, this guy, he's been around a lot of law enforcement. Another one of the questions was, do you have any ties with law enforcement? And one of the things that she said up front was, that you refers to not just to you personally, but your loved ones and your friends. And so I was like, yes, I have ties to law enforcement, or I have some ties to law enforcement. My father was a police officer in Puerto Rico, and my wife was a police dispatcher for Prince William County and Fairfax County government. And she follows up with the same question, yada yada yada. Do you think that'll affect your ability to be? And it's like, no.
That's the gotcha moment.
That's a gotcha moment, right?
It's. Do you think it would affect your ability to?
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
No, not really.
Well,
but still,
yes, it will.
But it's not just her. But she's not the one selecting the jurors. It's the lawyers. So what I was hoping was that the lawyers would be like, oh no, we don't want this guy because he's got too many ties to law enforcement. Has done work with the DOJ, wife worked for the police department, and father worked for the police department. So that's what I was hoping. I was hoping that I'd be just in the clear immediately. I was wrong. So they start calling out the names of the jurors, or names for jurors, right? So and so, please take a seat at the jury box. So and so, please take a seat at the jury box. And they're going through, and they're filling up the jury box, and they get to the very last seat, and they call somebody else.
It was yours.
Nope, they call somebody else's name.
Oh,
I'm like, great, that's awesome. So I'm not part of the jury. Fantastic. My wonderful plan worked, and I am not part of the jury. I can go home now and finish off work from home. Well, no. Then they go through several rounds of weeding out people from the jury. And I had not remembered this from high school. And so they started calling names from people who were part of the jury box.
Yeah.
More than half of the people that were in the jury box got called and asked to leave for the remainder of the day.
Oh no.
Thank you for coming here today. You have been dismissed. Please make sure you check in with the clerk on the second floor. And, you know, and that was it. That was it for them.
So when I did mine,
And that's the moment where I was like, fuck. Because the clerk up front said, gosh, there was you know, so many people didn't even show up. That's not a good thing. There's a high likelihood that all of you are going to be selected. And she was fucking right. So then they start calling the names. And then finally they're like, juror number 2, Jose Arvello, please take a seat in the jury box. And then they did a final round of weeding people
I'm surprised
out.
they said your so. I'm surprised they said your name and didn't do like a number or something.
Oh
by
no,
that
they
point.
do a number and your name throughout
Because-
the entire
So the defendant
proceedings.
wasn't in the courtroom at that point, right?
Oh, he was.
That's fucked up.
And the entire time, the lawyers and the defendant are looking at all the jurors the entire time. Because I don't know if you know this, but before jury selection, both sides get a list of everyone in the pool. And they also get bios of everyone in the pool.
Yes, but they're not. But I wouldn't think they're
Jose
supposed to share that with
Arvello,
like their.
age no, they do. Jose Arvello, age 38, you know, IT consulting, X amount, probably my salary. I'm sure my salary is in there because my salary's, the government's got my salary information. That sort of stuff. You know, high school diploma. And they've already selected, nominated people that they want to be part of the jury before we even showed up that day. So anyway, so they weed out more people. They didn't end up calling my name and ended up being on the fucking jury. So that's how that happened. And then immediately after that, the trial began. And so we got to listen to the very first witness, which was the guy that was previously, you know, the big meth guy here in the DC metro area. And he went on from there. So there you have it.
I can't believe that's crazy.
Oh, and
You know, when
at the
I
end-
did mine.
And speaking about names, hold on. So even with speaking about names. So at the end, you know, in the movies, they have the 4-person kind of read off the verdict. It doesn't really work that way. Really, the 4-person just
Pass to the judge.
passes it off to the judge, and the judge kind of reads the verdict. And then what the judge does is, the judge says, okay, so now I'm going to ask each of you individually whether or not this is the verdict that you rendered.
Yep.
And so they call you by
You
jury.
want to make sure.
By juror number and by first and last name.
That's fucked up. Now that guy knows your name.
Yes. And I was
think
the
that's fucked
last juror that they called. So usually people remember the very first thing you tell
That's the
them
last
and the very
person
last
they know.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like the only Hispanic person in the jury. So honestly, what I think happened, like, I think that I was picked ahead of time because out of the pool that we had,
Latino.
I am, Latino and high school education. I think those two things made me the perfect candidate for a juror in their minds.
Funny.
Yeah,
When I did my deal, I had to go to the courthouse. I'm there early. There was like a courtroom full of people.
Yeah.
They were this was like county court, and they were like splitting us up.
Yep.
Um, and so they split us up, and they put like 50 of us
Hmm.
assigned to this one case.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, go, you go wherever you want to go, but um, you need to be back here by like 1 o'clock,
Hmm.
something like that.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. So by this point, it was because you sat there forever waiting on everybody to get there and then go through all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And by the time they did all that, it was kind of like, fuck, like it's too far to go home. It
Sure.
was about a 35-minute drive to go home.
Yep.
So I ended up finding a restaurant, ended up getting something to eat. Um, Waste of time doing that. And they ended up, we get back, and then we sat there forever waiting on them to call us in. And
Hmm.
apparently it was because they were trying to get a plea deal with the defendant. Remember I said it was about getting a custody?
Yeah.
Well, it was also about a criminal case as well. And they ended up, they were basically trying to get a plea deal on top of it. And it would basically make it a lot simpler and blah, 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 all this stuff. So they did, but I mean, we sat there for like 2.5 hours just waiting
Yeah.
for them to get the plea deal info,
That's
and
crazy.
I don't know, it just kind of just sucked. And then we get the plea deal, and then we had to still go in there and have them talk to us forever and ask the questions. It ended up being like 5 o'clock by the time we
Uh-huh.
actually left.
Uh-huh.
Um, and God, I was so bored, and like you couldn't use your phone or any of that stuff.
Of course not.
And like when you got done, um, what was it? They call breaks, and we
Hmm.
go take a break. And sometimes you go out to this little area,
Hmm.
and I'd want to go back in and sit down. You weren't
Hmm.
allowed to, so you had to stand
Damn.
out there and twiddle your damn thumbs while you waited.
That
Oh my
sucks, dude.
God, I just like
That
this. I was
sucks.
like, please don't get me called for this because I don't want to go through 2 days of this shit.
No.
Because at first I was like, oh, I actually wanted to get put on a jury. I was like, you know what? I want to do my diligence and blah blah blah. I want to get put on a jury, and I was like, I'll do that. And then after dealing with just that part of it, I was like, fuck this.
Oh,
I
so
couldn't imagine being on a big time murder case like a
oh,
O.J. Simpson or a Casey Anthony
same.
for like
Same.
a week or two.
Same. Same.
Oh my god.
Dude, same. They one thing that they what was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh yeah. So, so you sit through the entire case, right?
Yeah.
And when they did jury selection, they did 14 people because you need 12 plus two alternates.
Yeah.
And so
Yep.
here we are, everyone has rested their cases or whatever. Oh, I didn't tell you this.
Yeah.
So first day, we hear the witness, and the defendant's got a lawyer and everything, and his lawyer's doing his thing, yada yada yada, and you got the government and so on and so forth. And second day, we start a little late, and they say something along the lines of, well, there's something that we got to do to prep before we begin. We're like, oh, what the fuck? We were kind of hoping. I was personally kind of hoping that the guy pled guilty. I was trying to strike a deal.
Sure. Right.
He fired his lawyer
Oh no.
and decided to represent himself. Oh,
So this
dude.
dumbass represented himself,
Yeah. Yeah. It was not good.
and we all know how that works.
Uh,
Anybody who represents himself has a fool for a lawyer.
yeah, that's what they say, right? Yeah. He decided to represent himself. I don't know what he was so unhappy about because his lawyer's job was to create doubt, create reasonable
Yeah.
doubt, not
Oh
necessarily
yeah.
to present evidence or to make any statements about what happened or didn't happen. And just like
Right.
right off the bat, when he came to cross-examine the first witness,
Yeah.
he just trying to make a bunch of statements, and the judge corrected him immediately. You are not allowed to make any statements. You are only allowed to ask questions. So it was almost like he
This was the
thought,
guy, not this was the guy, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so like it was almost like he thought that the court proceedings went as how they go in the movies.
Yeah.
You know, where movies things get very dramatic and people make a lot of grandiose. The lawyers make grandiose statements, stuff like that. It's like no, that's not the way it really works in a real courtroom.
Nope.
And it was just like,
TV.
yeah,
And then you screw yourself because
You
then
do.
you can't get an appeal based on the
No.
shittiness of your counsel.
no, because he took it all all up on himself. He should have
Really?
just, honestly, like if he had just relied on his counsel, there is a possibility that we may have gotten him either a lesser charge or
Right.
found him completely not guilty.
So when did they do the sentencing? Or
They
is
do
that separate?
They do that separate. For federal, they do a separate.
Oh, what a moron.
Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. But the amount of meth he was dealing were obscene.
That's a lot of meth.
It was a lot, dude.
It's
Tony.
definitely
It was a lot of meth.
sometimes. A lot of times, they say, "Oh, well, it's intent to distribute." It's like, no, they weren't. It
No.
was just a little bit of pot
No,
or whatever.
this is
And 5 pounds.
yeah. That's what he
That's what
was
you said?
caught
That's
with.
a lot of meth.
That's what he got caught with. The dealers were buying 1 or 2 ounces apiece. All right, for $1,300 a piece. That is all that they were buying. So just imagine that for a second. 5 fucking pounds. And then you start thinking, So one of our 4-person, she kind of volunteered. We come in
Right.
the second day. I'm sorry, the last day, where we're gonna kind of wrap up our deliberations. And she just says, she says, think about this. They caught him with 5 pounds. We found out that these dealers were purchasing only 1 ounce.
Right.
Just think about the number of lives that were affected or lost by
How
this
many more
guy.
and that's how much they caught him with. How much did he already get rid of?
Yes. So anyway, so it was just super fascinating. I will carry that with me for the rest of my life. And I was a little worried because I told you that there were alternates, right? Well, one of the things they do at the very end of the case is they draw 2 names. And the 2 names that they draw are the names of the people that are going to be the alternates. They've heard the entire case, and basically the judge tells you, thank you for coming, thank you for spending the past few days with us. You are dismissed until we call you. We will call you if we need you, sort of thing. So
So that's when you guys are doing the deliberation?
that's just before we do the deliberation.
Okay.
Just before we go into the room. And at that point, I was like, no, please do not call my name, because I've been here for 3 days. I've heard the case.
You want to actually get to make a decision?
Yes, I'm personally invested in this. Let's just get this over with. Let me, give me the opportunity to finish to actually do deliberations and render a verdict. Like, that's how you feel at the very end. You just spent so much mental energy in this thing. Because here's the thing. You leave the courthouse every day, but you take that shit with you every day.
Sure. Yep. I get
And
it.
you think of the gravity of the entire thing. So I was like, I cannot. And so thank God they didn't call my name, and I got to deliberate and wrap up the trial.
How long did y'all deliberate for?
So the first day where the case wrapped up, we had an hour and a half to deliberate. And as we walked in, we all pretty much had made up our minds as far as whether or not the guy was guilty or not guilty.
Yeah.
So we all pretty much had that figured out. The one thing that we
Right.
didn't have figured out is for the other counts that I talked to you about. You know?
Sure.
And that was the thing that we really needed a little bit of time to figure out. We asked for a calculator. And I think that kind of tipped things off. Because then the following morning, the last morning, the judge says, "Okay, so we got the calculator for you." It's like, oh my god, this guy knows we found him guilty now, because he knows what the other two counts are for. So, anyway, it was just, yeah, and it's kind of scary, man. It's kind of scary. You kind of, so we wrapped everything up. Oh, and by the way, so the meth, they show you the meth.
Yeah.
They bring it to you in the jury room.
Yeah.
So you're sitting in the room with FedEx, oh, shit, I didn't tell you this. Yes. Okay, so his source was from California, right?
Right.
His source from California was sending it to New York through FedEx and Walgreens.
Oh man, Walgreens.
Fucking Greens.
Well, they
You
send
can
it to
use Walgreens. Some people either they are in underserved areas of the United States where they may not necessarily have a direct mail address or may not have access to a PO box, and so they can leverage Walgreens to send packages and receive packages. So Walgreens, motherfucker. So if you want to send a substance or a package containing something that you don't want anybody else to get, FedEx and Walgreens are the two places for you to go to do that. Just crazy.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry, my friggin' controller died. Right as you were
No.
telling me. So you got. I'm sorry, you got to repeat. So Walgreens, you said that they serve something with people who are in underserved something.
Oh, okay. So what I was saying was that Walgreens provides a service for communities that are underserved by the Postal Service, where
That doesn't exist.
it does, because there's areas where getting access to your mail may be difficult due to the fact that the post office, not everyone gets mail to their house.
Okay. Well, so I'll just say this. So I lived in the boonies in several places, Tennessee, South Carolina, several places, and we still got mail. It was a guy, a lot of times it was somebody who worked for the post office who drove like a truck, their own personal truck, or whatever vehicle, and they would deliver the mail. And drive an actual post office vehicle. So, and maybe it is. It's just I've never seen that. Even when we lived in South Carolina, you saw where we lived.
Yep.
Still had postal workers.
Yep. So Walgreens provides a service where you can.
So they provide a service so that people can get their mail. Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah. Where people can get
It's
And all you gotta do is just show ID when you go pick it up.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. So that's how they were sending the shit. It's just, dude, it's just fucking crazy to me. Crazy. I just, yeah, yeah.
Morons. See, I don't know. I probably wouldn't get caught if I'd committed crimes as much, or at least not as much. Not as likely, because I wouldn't do stupid shit. Like mail my drugs. No,
Well, that's not how they got caught.
that's just.
That's not how
I
they
know,
got
but that's one way to get
you
caught.
know?
So how'd
Oh
they
my
get caught?
gosh. pulled over. Well, this is also no. Well, this is all part of a larger sting. Like seriously, like they had already gotten to the people he was dealing to, and this is very much structured in a way to get him because he was so high,
Right.
so high up the food chain. And I think what's going to happen now is that now that they've got him, is they're going to use him to get to the guy above him.
Sure. Well, then he should have got a plea deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he may, or he may not. He may not now. Now that he went through this process, they're not going to want to give him a deal. You know what I mean? Like, why would they?
Well, now he's guilty. Yeah, I'm saying he should have gotten
Yeah,
the plea
he
deal
should
before
have.
he
He
ever
should have
went to
done that.
court.
Yeah, he should have done that. It's just insanity.
Ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marksman rifle.
I gotta go potty. I'll take you with me because
Go
nobody
potty.
else is
Have my permission.
nobody else is watching right now, so I can go pee and not ruffle any feathers.
Sounds sexual.
Oh yeah. Actually, I am gonna put down my things. BRB.
Shit. What's that sound?
Alright, I'm back.
What's that sound? It's going roll. Oh, when do I unlock my next javelin? I'm almost max level. And at 24, you can only get to 30. Nuts. The whole thing. Which, you know, I can't commit any crimes because the government already has my fingerprints and everything.
Shit.
In the military. Everything. They got everything. They probably got DNA on file that I'm unaware of. I definitely left enough DNA when I was in the Navy. Lonely. Left it in the shower, made water babies.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Water babies.
I wouldn't do it in the shower, and here's the only reason why. So, when they redid our showers like in our sleeping area, originally there was like a lip in between each shower stall to keep the water inside of each shower stall. They got rid of that lip. So water would just flow back and forth between the different stalls.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be taking a shower and you'd have the, just call it dirty water, flowing
Yeah.
over your feet from the guy beside you.
Oh my God.
So you wore shower shoes. Like one guy actually took flip-flops and
Uh,
glued a bunch of them together to make like platforms.
Jesus.
So, but yeah, so we used to call them water babies. Somebody
Water
jerk off into the
babies.
shower.
Water babies.
Get their water babies on your feet.
My God.
Flying through the air.
Water babies. Water babies. Water babies.
I did all I had flank masturbate. Where you go when you go flank speed, the ship starts vibrating.
Uh-huh.
So then you can get away with jerking off in the rack.
Jesus Christ. Oh man, that's funny.
If the rack's rocking, don't come a knocking.
Hmm. God, I love this fucking game.
Me too. I love this game. It is fun. Even though it's frustrating at times.
Hmm.
It's almost like how, when you play certain games, like you get a bad server.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of shitty.
Yeah.
It was the same way on this. Like, sometimes you play it and you get disconnected or whatever because you got a shitty server.
Sure.
And then the next time you connect, you stay connected forever.
Hmm.
Kind of the same deal. It's like the javelins are so different from each other. You get different style of gameplay with each one. Like, there's one that's super quick.
Yeah.
And that one is actually, it's better to just run up and just start hitting people. Melee style. Like a ninja.
Like a ninja. Like a ninja.
Oh, that's okay. Come help me. I am down. I need to be respawned. Repaired. Hear me, assholes. Well, they did it in a big update because originally in the game, if you were playing one where you were, other than free play, couldn't respawn. You had to wait for somebody to come repair you. Until after the entire fight was over, then you could respawn, and it sucked.
Mm.
Well, because once you get repaired, you're completely repaired, like all your health and stuff. You just have to wait for your shield to come back.
Nice.
It's a nice.
It's a nice.
I wanted to go in. Go in. Going in through the rectum. Look like a sphincter.
Going through the back door.
Only bad thing is there's so many damn load screens. And a lot of time on load screens.
Not good.
One thing I don't get is, so when you're playing a game, you start out at Fort Tarsus, right? In Fort Tarsus, there's nobody but you and NPCs. Well, why do you need to connect to a server to do that? That should be instantaneous. You're just there.
Bites me. Oh, I got a deep red sofa futon. Small garden, Corellian arches, globe. What do I have here? Corellia Cantina. Oh, that's expensive. 195,000. I don't get that money. I don't have that kind of money. Scaly camps. Dinner booth seating. Ooh, that's not expensive at all. Ooh, 2,000 credits. That's not bad. I'll buy 3 of you. Buy one.
Incoming transmission.
Yeah.
Incoming transmission.
And 3. I like it.
Incoming transmission.
Red sofa futon. I don't know if I really care about that. Oops. God damn it. Fucking game.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain. He didn't do anything to you.
I know.
I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit.
Screw that guy.
He didn't either.
He doesn't.
Even though it's one of the commandments.
Yeah, something like that.
Speaking of narcissists,
Yes.
talk about a narcissist. God was really one. Those
Dude.
3 commandments were, you know,
Dude.
don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Dude. That guy.
What?
That guy. So
Oh,
full of himself.
So don't take his name in vain. Don't make it, you know, don't have any other gods before him. Don't have any idols. You know, it's like, man,
Impossible.
wants it to be all about him, huh?
All about him. That dude.
What are we doing?
Don't understand.
We're not healing that guy. Fuck him. I don't know. I just had that thought because about taking the Lord's name in a rando. Oh, this is something completely off topic and out of the blue.
Yes.
Should be here soon. So I'm going to take Chris camping.
You're taking Chris
Weeks.
camping.
Something that's like, you know, I kind of like camping when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
I was like, you know, it might be fun to do. So I bought a tent from
Did ya?
Amazon. It's not a really good one. Yeah, it's a big one, though. It's like an 8-person tent because they'll say, oh, yeah, it's for 2
Great.
people. Yeah, that means laying side by side. No room. So I got an 8-person tent. It says it sets up in 60 seconds. I want it to be easy. And so
Yeah.
I found a state park that's about, I don't know, about an hour from here. And I figure we go and camp just for a night, just to see what it's like, see if he likes it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, go camp, you know, and then go maybe hike a little bit. It's not true hiking because
Yeah.
it's trails, but go down, you know, walk a little bit on the trails and stuff. That could be fun. We'll see.
You know, I've, it's been a while since I've done anything like that. There was one time me and Missy tried to do something like that. So we drove out to, like, beyond Front Royal, whatever it's on 81. Luray. It
Yeah, I
was
know
like
what you're
near, yeah, it was like out near Luray. And, we get there, we really didn't know what we were doing or anything like that. And
Sure.
we ended up driving back home. We ended up not doing it.
No, so what I'll do is, I figure we're going to do a very basic. I'll take some food, because I think they have, if I remember right, barbecue grills
Yeah.
there. So I'll get some charcoal.
Yeah.
And I'll probably make up some, you know, hamburger patties or something. I would do hot dogs, but asshole doesn't like hot dogs.
What?
Did. I love hot dogs. Yeah, I know.
I love hot
He
dogs.
doesn't like the texture of them. I know, me too. They're awesome. So, anyways, I'll do. Here we'll take and do, you know, hamburgers or something, and do. Trying to think. Oh, and I'll get, like, we have a couple air mattresses, so we'll take the air mattresses, blow them up, and set up the tent and just kind of hang out that night. Maybe play some cards. I'll get some cards. Play.
That's a great idea.
And the next day, pack it all up, and then go, you know, walking on the trail. You know, have breakfast, and then go on the trail and stuff. You know. Where am I going? Where I'm going? I thought it might be fun to do. You know, try just for one night.
Yeah, that's cool. You know,
Only-
I should,
I'll
I
only
should,
be
I
out,
should
like-
do something like that with the kids. I should do
It'll only be
something.
out like $100 for the tent. What the? I figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go. I'll go this way. I don't know if I'm supposed to go, but I'm going. Yeah, I figured it'd be fun. Like I said, I remember doing it when I was a kid, but that's just because we were poor and couldn't afford to take real vacations. I still liked it.
That's funny. Whatever, dude. It's good. It's all about the impact that it made on you.
Exactly.
That's the way that I see it.
And it'll be good exercise to get us out of the house.
Yeah.
All good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck we're supposed to go, but apparently it's going to take me there.
Oh no, my game crashed. Oh fuck.
The only thing is we don't have any sleeping bags, but I don't really know if I need to buy a sleeping bag or just take some blankets and sheets. Since we're having inflatable mattresses, I think that should be sufficient.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Only thing I'm concerned about is like going to the bathroom. Like I'm fine with me. It's like if I got to take a piss, I can just go piss right behind the tent.
Yeah.
He can't necessarily do that. I mean, he could. He has to learn how to do that. Where the frick are we supposed to go? The thing is, like, if he actually has to go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
I'm like in the middle of the night, I'm gonna be like, okay, you need to wake me up, and I'll go with you because I don't want him walking around someplace by himself.
No.
You know, the whole getting kidnapped or raped stuff is bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you, this game is beautiful when you go under the water.
Oh, I'm sure it is. That is a beautiful game. I have to say that there's no lack of design taste in that game. Very pretty.
Just don't know where I'm supposed to go now. Just thwart the Ascari's plans. It's like, okay, we're all running around because we can't figure out what you want us to do. How do we thwart the Ascari's?
Come on, game, load.
Defeated the Ascari. I think the game screwed up and it didn't end. I think that it didn't end after we beat the big guy at the end here. It was supposed to end the mission and it didn't. End expedition. I have to do it again, I'll just do it again. Is it fucked up? Yeah, I figure if we really enjoy it, maybe we'll find a better place to camp and stuff and make it a longer weekend kind of deal.
Yeah.
That was the other thing, like, there's some really cool tents that, like, had screened-in porches and shit.
What?
They weren't that expensive, but the
Get outta
reviews
here.
were awful. Because, the reviews were awful because they were so shitty, apparently. And I'm
Really?
like, well, I don't want that. So, and it was like, just kept running into these. So I got one that was kind of mediocre reviews. Most people are like, well, it lasted 4 or 5 times. And I'm like, okay, that's good enough for this.
Yeah.
Because to get a good one was like $700. And I looked at renting one, thinking, well, maybe I'll just rent one. Well, it's the same price to rent one it is to buy one. Like, well, I might as well just buy the damn thing.
Yeah, so fucking buy it.
Brace. Yeah, so I did.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? My God, this game needs to fucking load. Fucking crashed.
That's funny. Good thing is tonight I don't have to make dinner. Got leftover butter chicken, which is an Indian
Oh,
dish.
hello, hello.
Called something else in India. Then I've got Southwest beef stew, which is really good. Put it on rice. And I've got spinach enchiladas that I made last night. I ain't got to make shit tonight. It sounds very sexual when you do that.
So nice.
Sounds very sexual.
Oh my God, Mrs. Brother's calling me. Hold on.
Justin?
What's up, dude?
Hey, Jose, what are you doing?
I am
Don't you shut the
playing
fuck up.
a game. What are you doing?
I'm just chilling. Liam has been asking to see Alexander and the kids all day, so I was wondering if it was alright if we came over and just hung out for a little bit.
You're gonna have to ask your sister.
Oh.
Is she awake?
Probably not.
Yes.
I'm downstairs in my man cave
right now.
playing Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh shit!
While
I'll give
jerking
her,
off.
I'll give her a
while
call.
while I jerk myself off.
Touch myself.
Well, I didn't need to know the last part,
Yeah.
but
My finger in my butt.
I'm glad you told me. I guess I'm gonna have to call Red XXL and tell him about what you're doing.
Yes.
While I do some
Hey, put that down.
methamphetamines.
Yeah.
But alright, I'll give her a call.
All right, give her a ring.
Alright.
All right, buddy. Later.
Bye.
Which brother was that?
That was Ryan. God damn it! This game is not loading.
Ryan. Which one was Ryan?
Ryan's the little brother.
One that wore the glasses or no?
No.
Which one was the dickhead?
We
were younger.
They both, but Justin probably.
Okay.
They're,
There was one that was kind of okay, and there was one who was a complete dick.
yeah, that's Justin.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. What the
He
fuck
got kids of his own?
No. Nope. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is going on? Shit, I was just in the goddamn game.
Drunk pilot. I don't know how to fly this thing.
There's supposed to be like an in-game event going on right now, and I'm missing it.
Doesn't want you to play. It's racist. There's no Latino people in
God
space.
dang it. Hey.
You notice that in Star Wars?
No, that's not true. That's not true.
There's only like 2 black people.
It's not completely true.
100% true.
Maybe it is.
Who's the
true.
Latino people you see in space?
I don't
Star
know.
Wars.
I don't know. Poe Dameron or whatever. I don't know. He looks his.
It's definitely
He's
showing black
Jewish.
people. Saturday Night Live. Did
He's actually. I
skit
think he's
on
probably
that.
Jewish.
Saturday Night Live did a really cool, funny skit about that, saying they had like this. It was like Black History Month or something like that. And they were doing a space deal. Wait, I don't need to fight you all. Fuck you. I'm out.
No, Oscar Isaac
I need to fight you.
is fucking Hispanic. So yeah, I was right. Poe Dameron is
Is he?
Hispanic. Yeah, motherfucker.
Is he?
Yeah, he is
Yeah, but that's
fucking
in the new
Hispanic.
stuff.
He's
The new
fucking
stuff doesn't
Hispanic.
count.
So I don't want to hear it. He's
Stuff
Guatemalan.
doesn't count.
I knew it. I knew he was one of my people. You can just tell.
New stuff doesn't count. I just said, don't you
Yeah, it's
get
his,
that?
his stuff counts. He's a year older than me.
New stuff doesn't count. Because it's all Disney. So it's
Fuck up.
happier,
Oh,
friendlier
whatever.
times.
It's a Guatemalan
You gotta
born
look at when
American
George Lucas did it.
actor. He has played lead film roles. Blah 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 blah. Don't really care. But yeah, he's
I know who
40.
he is.
He's 40.
He also fucked up Apocalypse in X-Men.
No, I don't think he fucked up Apocalypse. I don't think so. I
And it
think
could have been.
I think the studio fucked up Apocalypse. If you ask me.
Oh, that's true too.
I mean, that was. Yes. There we go. Oh. Yeah, he really didn't have anything to do with him. 15 minutes is a droid sponsored event. In 15 minutes? That was supposed to be like fucking half 15 minutes ago. Shit, man. So the new Star Wars is very racially diverse.
Star Wars what?
The new Star Wars is very racially diverse.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Or it's more racially diverse, but there's still not like a ton of people of different ethnicities. You know what I mean? Like you have like one black person and one Asian person. You don't get like a whole bunch of people. Very whitewashed. I'm just saying that in a galaxy far, far away, a long, long time ago, it was pretty white.
Pretty white. Yeah, that might be true.
Well, I think the prequels were even worse.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's only a couple I can think of. Anywho. You ever seen Clerks 2?
Yeah. You know they're coming out
Scene
with...
where he makes the guy...
Go ahead.
What? Oh, I didn't hear you.
Oh no, you know they're coming out with Jan Silent Bob reboot.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did not know that.
Filming it as we speak.
So my point was this: the scene where they're arguing about Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars.
Yeah.
Shit makes me laugh so hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome. I love that scene. One of my most favorite scenes ever. In any movie.
Oh, those are bombs. I don't like those.
No.
Let's not touch the bombs. Bombs are bad. They hurt my butt. When you kill these guys in this game, sometimes their heads pop off. Awesome. Prisoner's meal, shockingly unspoiled. It's funny. What else? There's a show I've been watching lately, called Forged in Fire on History Channel. You ever watched that?
Forged in Fire. No.
So they make knives and swords and shit.
Mm.
And I remember watching like the previews while I'm watching something else. I'm like, who would watch that crap? One night it was on. I think it was like during Thanksgiving or Christmas. It was like a marathon, and I ended up watching one of the episodes. And I ended up watching 4 more episodes.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but I enjoy that show. And I wish I could get a forge, build shit at my house. I can't because I don't have the space for it. Like I find it so interesting, and you learn stuff as you're watching them build this stuff too. The other thing is like they've got it on Amazon Prime, and you can watch like every episode.
That's
Fun.
cool.
But I don't know. It's just when people lose, they're like, "Yeah, that guy, his stuff was way better than mine." They're all really good sports about it.
Sure.
It's no drama. I mean, it's technically reality TV to an extent, but it's not dramatic. There's no, oh, he's betrayed me or any of that bullshit. It's just
right.
Top Shot was like that. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's a show about who's the best shot. Then they ended up turning it into this like reality show.
Mm.
So, anyways, Worship Fire, I recommend it. Check it out sometime.
Great. Awesome.
Sounds so enthusiastic about my show.
I'm super enthusiastic,
about
okay, dude? All right? God.
What else I was going to tell you? Running out of shit to talk about.
That you love me?
I do.
Yeah, I know you do. You fuckface.
Sometimes I wish I knew you. In a biblical sense.
Oh, wow. That's just special, It's just a special thing. Thank God my wife is still sexy. Every once in a while, like, she'll fucking sexy it up. Like, oh, hello. Hello.
Time to kick some ass.
God, I am so hungry right now.
The bitch is dead again. There we go. Now the mission ends appropriately.
Mm.
Alright, how do you get off here and work out? I'll talk to you later. It's been fun.
All right, buddy.
See ya.
See ya. my god.
Attack! Attack! Fall back!
Alright, so the event's going to start very soon, in the next 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes now.
I need a medic! Attack!
Oh boy.
Attack! Fall back! Attack!
Shout out all troops to City Hall. Load your weapons. Okay.
Covering fire!
Oh, yeah, where's City Hall? Where are we going? Oh my god, Melissa, what the hell do you want? No!
Attack! Attack! Covering fire! Attack! Covering fire!
Jesus Christ. All these people.
Fall back! Fall back!
Oh my god, shit just got real laggy. Oh my god, the lag.
Follow me!
Oh my god, the lag. Oh my god, so laggy. Damn.
Follow me!
Oh my god, oh no. Oh god, game got lagged as shit. Oh no. No, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Yep, that was a cap. Wow. Jeez. Politica.
Covering fire! Covering fire! Fall back!
Jesus. Are we done? Failed for now. Doesn't to use light against us has failed. Alright, nice. Okay, cool. So I guess we're done.
Follow me!
Yeah. Alright. Good. Alright. Alright, I'm coming. Alright,